first step is a foundation. We want a nice, thick coat of foundation to be a barrier between our skin and the green. I'm using a drugstore foundation you can find anywhere, it doesn't matter, and a fluffy powder brush to apply it with. The second step is actually adding the green on after our foundation. I'm using a green grease paint, and I'm using a foundation brush to apply it with. You can also use a cosmetic sponge. The key here is to dab it on and not wipe it. Okay, the third step is our contouring. I'm taking a character brown cream color by Ben Nye, and I'm using just an artist paintbrush you would get at any kind of craft store. I'm just applying that to my cheekbones and to the temples. I'm also applying it to the jawline, blending as I go. And I'm also going to contour my hairline as well for it to blend in with my hairline. Setting a little contour to my nostrils, and right now I'm adding a contour to my laugh lines, as you can see, going all the way down to the chin. The next step is the highlight. I'm taking this yellow cream color and another foundation brush I have, and I'm just going to go on top of the cheekbones to give it some contrast between the contour, and a little bit on the forehead to give it some contrast from the hairline. Then I'm going to concentrate on the top of the brow and down the center of my nose. Also giving some highlight to the jawline as well, and blending it really well in with that contour, kind of making it all one even color. The next step is texturizing. You could skip this step, but I think it adds a realness to the skin. I'm taking a stippling sponge and a bruise wheel and just mixing the purple with the blue and just putting the texture where I think I need it the most. The next step is to powder. This is one of the most important steps of this entire look. Because we've used nothing but grease paint, it's going to smear if we don't set it with powder. So you want to use a lot of powder. You cannot use enough powder. What you do is I'm taking a cosmetic sponge, I'm pressing it into my loose powder, and then I'm pressing it on my face, not wiping it, pressing it. The pressing it is smashing that makeup into your skin and making sure it is set and it's not going to move. If you don't powder properly and enough powder, it's going to smear on your clothes, on your date, on your friends when you hug, and you don't want that throughout the night. Okay, with the powder brush, I'm just going to go ahead and remove all the excess powder I have on my face. Okay, with that bruise wheel again, I'm taking a liner brush, and I'm just going to find the natural lines of my face on your brows. You just squint your face really tight, and you'll see the lines, and you just paint right over those lines with your liner brush. I'm also going to add some lines around the eye area. forgetting about the nose and your frown lines as well. Really darkening those up with that nice purple gives it a nice contrast to the green. Okay, lastly I'm adding some lines to my forehead. You can just squint your forehead up. I don't have a lot of wrinkles right now. I'll get those later. But right now I'm just kind of drawing them in where I think they would go and really making those a defined line. Lastly, I'm adding lines to my lips, just kind of squishing them together and putting those lines naturally where they fall. I set those lines using the same pattern you used before. Alright, the next step is to give the Hulk kind of a thick eyebrow or a unibrow. I'm just taking a basic eyelining pencil, black eyeliner pencil, sharpening it, and just going over my natural brows and kind of making them thicker. Using that same eyeliner brush, I just want to go and line my waterline and very, very lightly line my lash line. Okay, the last step to this look is adding some color to the lips. I'm not really looking for a shape here. I'm just taking a basic black lipstick. You can use the same brown you use for the contour. It really doesn't matter. I just want to give the lips a little bit of darker shade. Really not paying attention to any kind of shape. Not really a step, but have fun with it. Give the Hulk some messy, wild hair. And here's the finished look. Show it in this tutorial, but if you're wearing a costume that reveals the neck, you're going to want to use the grain all the way down to your neck and contour as well, and don't forget about your ears. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you use it, please leave a video response below. Make sure to subscribe for new tutorials every Friday up to Halloween. Thumbs up, like, share. Make sure to check out my previous video, the Clockwork Orange tutorial. Thanks a lot, guys.